made that? Did you made that? Did you made that?
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send you to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the dice before you let them roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Chill. What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. It's Friday. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. It's 4th of July weekend. It's your boy Wakamar in the building, aka for the moment, Lightning Kugel Mar until Modelo. I gonna get some more and then go ahead and send me that damn endorsement check. All them endorsements I've been doing for their asses. As always. You know, get you a drink, get you a beer, get you some kind of spirits, get you something to smoke on, a stogie, cigarette, blunt, you know, a J, like them old heads call, get zooted. Whatever you got to do to get right for these next 55 minutes of some good sports talk late night with your boy. Cheers, y'all. Boy, that damn Barry White is delicious. Delicious. Thanks to the old lady. She came down from Jersey with it. Lightning Cougars. If you out there and you want to, donate, be a proud sponsor of the Late Night Owl Show, hey, jump in the inbox. It ain't nothing but a thing. Send many cases of that Barry White's with you too. I'll drink it all up. I'll promote y'all every damn segment, every 5 minutes, whatever. Send a check and some Barry Whites. We can make it happen. As always, that's my guy Silent Hill. Him and J. Leo. Pale Mood Never Dances a song. Go check out my guys on their YouTube page, Hitchhikers. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Local artists doing their thing. Hey, y'all like this shirt? Y'all can get one too. Holla my man 40 Water. Look, this Broken Heart Society joint. I got my orange joint on. I'm looking real fresh. Yeah. looking real fresh in this joint. You know, I'm kind of looking like Halloween a little bit too early in July, but you know, it's all good. I'll pull it off good. I look good in orange. It accentuates all this sexual chocolate I got going on. Anyway, but for real though, you see it right there on the screen. Instagram at Broken Heart Society 777. See a shirt you like, jump in the DM, tell me your size, give them an address. You can pay him my PayPal or whatever. He'll give you a price. But always remember, y'all, black owned means it's a business. Black owned does not mean free. Black owned does not mean hook up. When you're supporting your peoples, support them. All right? Support your peoples, put bread in their pocket. They grinding. Respect the hustle. Anyway, y'all going over to the website, www.I.O.W.119.com. That is the website. You get all the information. You can donate to the Patreon. Look at it as an investment. You know, we get more equipment, set up shows on the road, whatever. You know, you can always go find out all the platforms we are on social media wise. We are on many platforms with the I.O.W. network. And then most importantly, go over to your respective podcast app store. Not podcast app store. I'm sorry. Your respective app store. So if you are a Google Android user, going over to the Google Play Store. If you are an Apple iOS user, going over to the Apple Play Store or Apple Store, whatever they call it. I'm a Google user, so I don't know. I'm an Android head. But anyway, you see it scroll on the bottom screen. I.O.W. No space network. Type it in just like that. The app will pop right up. So now that we got that, all that information, introductions, and plugs out the way, you know how we got to get down on the I.O.W. Late Night Owl show with your boy Wild Card. We gotta start with the a laugh of the day. Yeah. I know I'm geeked up. I'm tripping, y'all. Just because it's Friday. All right. It's because I feel damn good when it's on Friday. Because that means it is a weekend. I get time to spend time with loved ones. Drink a little bit, you know, and you gotta get my butt up early in the morning to go work. You feel me? It's time to chill. It's time to chill. But anyway, let's get this little laugh for the day out the way. I saw it earlier, so I ain't gonna give it away for y'all. But check this out. The upper room. Yo, why they do the life on them? The upper room. Jesus, why? Why they do my mans like that, dog? Why they do my mans like that, dog? They ain't had to do my mans like that. That wasn't right. Anyway, that. Oh my God. I love Life. The movie Life, if y'all ain't seen Life. Oh my gosh. Classic movie. One of the best movies ever. You got two of the best comedians ever in one movie. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. Oh my gosh. If you ain't seen Life, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Life. Oh, life, 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 life. How did I get life? Casey and JoJo killed that shit too. Oh, somebody done me wrong. Temperature about 100 degrees. I'm over here tripping by myself. Y'all don't mind me, y'all. I'm serious. I be out in my own damn world sometimes. And trust me, I ain't even high right now. I ain't even smoke. So that's just me. I just be high off life, man. You know, when I smoke, it's just to make sure I don't murder nobody. You know, people be pushing buttons out here. You know, this world crazy. But anyway, Wildcard Mars top play of the night. That the Asian sensation that is Shohei Ohtani, who is geeked up to be in the All-Star home run derby in a couple of weeks. He's excited to do that. Excuse me, a little tired. It's been a long day. But anyway, speaking of home run derby, you know, of course, I'm a KC Royal head. You know, my guy Salvador Perez is participating in a home run derby. I just wanted to say this. So when you get a one of your players that's on your team and he comes a home run derby participant, I like it, but I don't, because I've always seen home run derby participants that participate in it. You know, they at All-Star break, they probably got like maybe 20, 20 plus home runs, between 20 and 25. And after the home run derby, they can't hit nothing as in home runs. You know, they might get, be able to hit well, but when it comes to getting home runs, it's like, damn, that home run derby just took all your home runs out of you. Like you was on a home run meter and you used it up. So, but no, anyway, Shohei Ohtani dropped the ball.
Labels on the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Anyway, Shohei Ohtani leads the majors in home runs with 29. Let's see if we can get this clip back up.
Labels on the cut of the grass at third. Big shift defensively. Let's take a ride with another Shohei homer.
Boy, you knew he was going to do something special today. AL Player of the Month. Selected to his first All-Star game. And Shohei just missed it last at-bat. Did not miss it at this at-bat for Shohei Ohtani. 29th home run, 64 RBI. Show me the money on that swing.
That boy good. That boy is good. Shohei Ohtani has been balling. He has been playing out of his mind this year. He is the only player in Major League Baseball, if nobody has paid attention, to play both ways, as in he is a starting pitcher for the Angels, and as well as an everyday player. He had a bad outing the other night. I can't remember what night it was, but went to New York and gave up 7 earned runs, so got pulled in the first inning. So that's never good, as a pitcher. But he's the last of a dying. Well, he is one of a kind, truly, in the Major League Baseball. You don't see a lot. Well, in my lifetime, I can't even recall seeing a lot of players born both ways. Maybe in high school, maybe college. In the majors, now you pretty much got a primary position. Some would possibly have a secondary position, just to get somebody a rest at that position, and they can play over there, or injuries. That's why you have a utility guy with secondary positions. But anyway, Look, for those who don't watch baseball, I talk about it here because I want people to be more engaged with baseball, especially our community of cats that look like me. More in the black community. I play baseball. I there is a disparity in when it comes to black communities playing baseball because once you get to a certain level, you get priced out. Can't afford it. When you get to these elite baseball teams and leagues and shit, you just can't afford it. Especially if you coming up in more impoverished income houses or communities. Uh, those parents ain't got time to spend grands and grands of dollars on travel league teams and equipment and other stuff that goes along with that. They can't afford that. They trying to keep the lights on. So I don't have the stats down in front of me, but I just know that as a fact because you look at the number of actual black athletes in baseball. I'm not saying that they don't play it, but you just don't see it. You do see people of color like Shohei Ohtani. He's a Japanese descent. And then of course you get all your Latin brothers from any Latin country that been playing baseball. So I like the diversity of baseball. I just wish it was more, especially more black baseball players. Back in the days they had the Negro leagues, but so it's not saying that black people don't play baseball. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it'd be fantastic, more prevalent, to see it. But for those who don't watch baseball, if you need something, just anything to gravitate to the game of baseball, I understand how crazy it can be sometimes. But what's great about baseball is, these cats got feuds. They be having feuds. And here's one of the latest feuds that are going on in the game of baseball.
The White Sox and Twins game got a little bit chippy yesterday. Take a listen to what happened.
Ripped to left field, hit well, and back and gone.
Home run after that, and here, once again.
I'll call this baseball's latest beef. In last night's game, Josh Donaldson homered off Lucas Giolito in the first inning. And as you saw after touching home plate, Donaldson yelled at his dugout, "Not sticky anymore," referring to baseball's ongoing issue with pitchers using substances to give the balls a little bit more grip. Nevertheless, the Sox got the win, and it's safe to say Gio was not too pleased about Donaldson's actions. Then prior to tonight's game, Donaldson responded.
He's a pest. That's kind of a classless move. If you're going to talk to my face.
If we're going to talk about class, what side are you going to choose? Are you going to take the side of someone who's playing the game fair? Or are you going to take the side of somebody that was probably cheating before this happened?
So let's see if the drama spilled over into tonight's game. In the first inning, that's Donaldson. Drops the bat. Does it have enough? It does. Talk about walking the walk. That solo homer gives the Twins an early lead. The Sox would tie it back up, and Andrew Vaughn grabbed that lead and said, "I'll take that." It's crushed out to center. Two-run homer puts the Sox up by 2. Then in the third, Jose Abreu adds another on an opposite field shot to right. It's 4-1. This one's in the 6th inning. The Sox have blown it open, now on top, 11-1.
It's stuff like that they should be able to grab people's attention. Who doesn't love drama? I love it. Especially look, MLB's gonna love it. You got other personalities and that have beefs in Major League Baseball, but it's great to see. It's great to see that because it sometimes with the game of baseball it can get a little dull, a little boring. So you see a little feistiness, see a little clash of personalities, maybe a little bit too much testosterone. It make it. That's a male version of Desperate Housewives right there, or whatever the hell these women watching. Love and hip hop and Housewives of Atlanta and shit. That's our version. That's the male version. It just comes with involving sports. I mean, MLB is going to need any and everything to gravitate viewers. Their viewership demographic is relatively older. So I think MLB should advertise and pick up more feuds just to get you a younger crowd in there to watch it. Younger crowd gonna spend some money to watch it for sure. So it is always refreshing to see a change of pace, something different that comes with Major League Baseball. So I love it. I love it. I love the trash talking. He said it ain't sticky no more, and he was kind of referencing to how the new rule change with baseball dealing with the pitchers can't use any substances to get a grip, which by the way I still think is crazy and stupid because when these pitchers are throwing at 95 miles per hour plus, I prefer that they have better grip and better control of these pitches. Who wants to get beamed in the head? Ask that Mets player, I can't remember his name, but caught a fastball to the face, had to get surgery to get his face fixed. He looked a mess too. So Michael Conforto, that's who it is. Yeah, got hit in the face. Hit in the face with a pitch. That. Look, I've been hit in the face with a baseball before. Not as a batter, but just playing catch. Goofy me was trying to be cute in front of a girl and took my eye off the ball and it missed my glove. I caught one straight to the forehead. Didn't feel too good. And that was just, soft tossing. So imagine getting hit with a 95 miles per hour fastball. It definitely ain't gonna feel good. And quite honestly, dangerous. So I got issues with this whole rule policy change in the middle of a season that MLB decided to do. Didn't make no sense. I also put blame on the Major League Baseball Players Association to agreeing to that shit. Because in my eyes, they're pretty much saying, "Oh, it's too much, spin rate. The hitters can't hit the ball. Not enough home runs. Not enough scoring. We're losing viewership. So take it away." So it's pretty much saying we prefer viewership over safety. It just doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. What the hell ever. I don't get it. But MLB is going to do what MLB do. That's why they're behind in viewership, behind Major League, behind National Basketball Association in the NFL. They'll never catch up to them because they continue to do silly shit like that. It just makes no damn sense. So whatever, Major League Baseball. I don't get y'all sometimes. Sometimes y'all don't make no damn sense. But there's some other headline news going on in Major League Baseball. Speaking of a very eccentric personality in baseball, Trevor Bauer, he likes to cause his own controversy. But unfortunately for him, he's involved with some other type of controversy that you don't want to be a part of. So let's take a look at this.
President Biden welcomed the World Series champion Dodgers to the White House today, but the event is being overshadowed by Major League Baseball's decision to suspend pitcher Trevor Bauer days after a woman accused him of assaulting her. For more, we go live to Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand. Jory?
Alan, Trevor Bauer is facing some very serious allegations. A local woman says that Bauer raped her after choking her unconscious. A restraining order was executed against Bauer on Monday, which had a lot of people wondering why Major League Baseball didn't do anything until today.
Dodger pitcher Trevor Bauer is out, placed on administrative leave today by Major League Baseball as Pasadena police investigate allegations of sexual assault. Earlier this week, a woman filed a restraining order against Bauer, accusing him of beating her, choking her unconscious, and raping her. Bauer has denied any wrongdoing, saying the sexual encounters were consensual. Bauer had been scheduled to start this coming Sunday, but after a lot of backlash, Major League Baseball placing Bauer on 7-day leave today, which can be extended. It's not a punishment, but does take the heat off the league as more details come out.
We're focusing on tonight. Obviously, we need to figure out Sunday, and we're trying to figure that out as well.
Dodger manager Dave Roberts seemed a bit uncomfortable with the topic today at media availability, focusing on baseball and attempting to minimize the distraction.
Guys handle it differently, but I think as far as a team, it's not anything that affects how we prepare.
Bauer's agents releasing a statement saying, "We reaffirm our original statement and refute the allegations in the strongest possible terms." Mr. Bauer will not appeal MLB's decision to place him on administrative leave at this time in an effort to minimize any distraction to the Dodgers organization and to his teammates. Of note, administrative leave is neither a disciplinary action nor does it in any way reflect a finding in the league's investigation. The team, meanwhile, without Bauer, visiting the White House as World Series champs.
Welcome to the White House. I have a feeling, Kamala, I think we may be doing this again by the end of the year. I don't know, man. I'm not sure I'll be able to handle Garcetti if you win twice. I mean, this is going to be hard.
So Bauer was not at the White House today, though he wouldn't have taken part in the festivities since he wasn't on the team that won the World Series last year. That restraining order against him was issued without interviewing Bauer, so he's yet to give that his side of the story to police. That is expected to happen later this month.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the.
So we got another allegations. I mean, well, details are now, but the restraining order from the young lady said, she was choked out, raped. But I've done some little digging, and I saw some there were some text messages put out there that some explicit messages saying that she wants to pay. Those exact words. Sticky situation for that man. But what do you do as an athlete? It's easy to say, oh, don't put yourself in that situation, blah, blah, blah. But, sometimes, what a situation you think it is, sometimes it isn't. You just don't know. Similar to, all these allegations with Deshaun Watson, what I think a lot of people are having a hard time trying to find what exactly is, to the point of what is consensual and where's that line at? You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, if I had ever made it to a major league baseball, because I did play baseball, or if I made it to the NFL, because I played football too, if I ever made it big, 15 years ago when I was younger and was on that path, just to, protect myself, let's sign some consent forms. That's just me personally, just to protect myself, because you do know at some point, when you start making the millions of dollars in baseball or NFL, NBA, What's wrong with protecting yourself with consent forms? It may seem extreme, but I mean, you just don't know what type of situation you are walking into as an athlete, whether man or woman. You know what I'm saying? When you have that type of money, with the positive or negative attention that can come with that, you just don't know. I've heard of rappers before. If I remember correctly, might been Exhibit or one of those rappers. They said, they had consent forms with, young women they were about to get involved with, and videotaped any kind of encounters just to protect themselves. I know it sounds extreme, but I mean this just the kind type of climate that those individuals are kind of put themselves not directly, but are susceptible to being in those type of situations where the lines can get blurred rather quickly. So and this is me. If I was ever a person of high status with money, I would have consent forms. I just would, because you gotta look at yourself as the investment to always protect. You know what I'm saying? Not just your investment financially, but your image, your name. So now Trevor Bauer is about to he has to fight to clear his name, just like Deshaun is. So I personally would go to the fullest extreme to protect my name, image, and likeness. I just would, just because you just never know. You never know what the hell, at any point that the lines can get blurred between you and a potential a partner. That's all I'm saying. So just like I said, hey, he's on administrative leave till things can get figured out. They say it's 7 days, but it might be longer. Especially when you're facing sexual allegations. That's nothing to play with. I mean, yeah. Ever since this whole Me Too movement, and is not to degrade any women who have actually been victims of sexual assault, because you got to take those complaints serious, because I am a father of 2 daughters, and I will want those God forbid, if they were ever in that situation, I hope that their voices will be heard. But get to the specifics, and try to find that line of truth. Find the truth. If he did it, he should be punished. If he didn't, he should be able to find a way to clear his name without further punishment. But those are always sticky situations. Like I said, the lines can often get blurred between consent and crime. So we'll see what happens with that situation. But the Dodgers do lose probably one of their best pitchers for the moment. But that's that is so minute compared to dealing with a real life situation with sexual allegations. So how's everybody been liking the NBA playoffs? I've been liking the NBA playoffs. Very exciting, very intriguing. Needless to say. You know, there's no LeBron, there's no Steph Curry, there's no KD. You know, some of your big names are, on vacation right now. And but still, regardless, I love the whole Chris Paul story, him getting the opportunity as him and his team has advanced to the NBA Finals Wednesday night, defeating the LA Clippers 130 to 103. So in Chris Paul's illustrious 16-year career, this is his first crack at getting a championship. So it'd be nice for him to get one. It's been great to see some of the young stars starting to get their shine, like Trae Young, Luka Doncic, John Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, who is also a teammate of Chris Paul. So he gets his first crack at trying to get a championship. Damian Lillard showed up in the playoffs. To me, it's been a phenomenal playoffs despite the injuries. Despite some of your bigger names not making it deep into the playoffs, I still think it's been intriguing and very exciting Major League Baseball playoffs. Major League Baseball, I'm tripping. I'm still thinking of Trevor Bauer. NBA playoffs. I think it's been real exciting to watch. I think who plays tomorrow? Yes, the Hawks and the Bucks play tomorrow, Game 6, with the Bucks having an opportunity, the Milwaukee Bucks, to be exact, with opportunity to punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. And me personally, I believe whether it's the Hawks or the Atlanta Hawks or the Milwaukee Bucks, that's pretty much a battle of attrition right there. They both had their injuries. Whatever team limps their way to the finals, I think they're going to have a hard time with the Suns. Suns are just, for one of the most healthiest teams in remaining. I've always said that, usually the team that normally wins the championship happens to be the most healthiest. And then, I just think they have a better, more potent team offensive wise than the Hawks, than the Atlanta Hawks or the Milwaukee Bucks. So good luck to any team in the East that has to go up against the Suns. But there's been some other news going on in the NBA world. Y'all remember Scottie Pippen, right? Of course y'all remember Scottie Pippen. He's been he's had some very interesting thoughts going around. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that he's been saying. So if you haven't seen the Dan Patrick clip with him, let's take a look at it right here.
And the GQ article where you talked about the 1994 playoff game when you refused to go back in the game and Phil set up the play for Tony Kukoc.
Why was Bulls All-Star and team leader Scottie Pippen on the bench at the crucial climax of last night's showdown with New York? Channel 7's Brad Palmer has the story.
Phil Jackson believes Scottie Pippen's defection was the culmination of a number of frustrating incidents leading up to Patrick Ewing's game-tying basket with less than 2 seconds left in the game. The Bulls called a timeout and designed a play for Tony Kukoc. Scottie Pippen refused to go back in. Instead, he went to the end of the bench, necessitating a second timeout. Pippen and Jackson got into a cussing match, but Scottie still refused to budge.
It wasn't pretty much Phil taking me out of the game. It was like, we exchanged words and I just took a seat.
So it was your decision based on frustration? Scottie, Phil just said you weren't in because you asked Sal to play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you weren't involved in it.
Exactly.
When you say exchange words, what happened?
I have no comments on that.
But the Bulls survived without Scottie. Tony Kukoc hit a 22-footer to win it for the Bulls. And later, Pippen admitted it was a well-called play by Jackson.
Well, I mean, it's not much to be said. If you go back and look at when Scottie Pippen entered the Bulls and when Tony Kukoc entered the Bulls, and who deserved the last shot of the game.
No. I understand that, Scotty. I'm just going by what you said. You said you need to read between the fine lines. And then you go on to say it was a racial move to give him, Tony Kukoc, a rise. So,
well, I mean, if you knew that Scottie Pippen had been with the Bulls from 87, battled through the Pistons and every other team that we had to get to those 3 championships, wouldn't you give Scottie Pippen one opportunity to get a last-second shot without Michael Jordan? Like 1 year without Michael Jordan. Can I get one shot? Like, I'm doing all the dirty work.
but all of that I understand from the basketball standpoint. But when you say a racial move,
well, why would Tony, who was a rookie, get the last-second shot and you put me out of bounds? That's what I mean, racial. Like, that was Scottie Pippen's team.
But
Scottie
Phil
Pippen
then
was on pace to be an MVP that year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why would you put him in a position not to be successful? Why wouldn't you put him in a position to succeed? Michael Jordan is not there. So who's next in line for you?
He chose not to go on the court last night for his own specific reason. I put in a better passer in Pete Myers. Besides, Scotty had a fat lip and looked ugly at that spot.
Now I'm gonna pause it right there because I want to touch on that part right there. Now I get what Scotty's saying. That's 94. Jordan was out pursuing his baseball dreams, and he has a point. He was having an MVP year that year. I get what he's saying. I should be next in line to be considered the guy to get the game-winning shot. I understand that. But if you're talking about getting a last-second shot, who's the better shooter? I could make an argument that Kukoc was a better shooter. So, I get what Scotty's saying, but he also kind of comes off being salty in that moment. It's no slight against Scotty, but just me personally, if I got a choice between Tony Kukoc and Scottie Pippen to take the final shot, I'm gonna go with Tony. I just feel Tony's the better offensive player. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure Scotty has his and others are gonna have theirs. But I'm in my opinion, Scotty, yes, you did the dirty work. Yes, you were having the MVP year without Mike. But can we all sit here and say that me personally, I can say that I think Scotty would still been a great player without Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan pretty much was that guy. In my opinion, the GOAT. But I have a hard time believing that Scottie Pippen would have had that much of an illustrious career if he wasn't with Mike. I'm not saying he wouldn't have a good career, but it does get aided by being a co-star of Michael Jordan. Just my honest, humble opinion. But let's continue the rest of this clip because Scotty did have some interesting stuff to say.
And we got the job accomplished, and that's all that matters to us right now.
But have you talked to Phil about this? Because by saying a racial move, then you're calling Phil a racist.
I don't got a problem with that.
Do you think Phil was or is?
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you remember Phil Jackson left the Lakers, wrote a book on Kobe Bryant, and then came back and coached him? I mean, who would do that? You name someone in professional sports that would do that. You know, I think he tried to expose Kobe in a way that he shouldn't have. You're the head coach, and you're the guy that sits in the locker room and tells the players, this is a circle, and everything stays within the circle, because that's what team is about. But you as the head coach open it up, and now you go out and you try to belittle, at that time, probably one of the greatest players in the game.
Well, it feels like he's disloyal. I don't know if that makes him a racist.
Well, that's your
Yeah.
way of putting it out, and I have my way. I was in the locker room with him. I was in practices with him. You're looking for him afar.
Yeah, and look, that's why I wanted to have you on. But I go back, and Phil designed a play for Steve Kerr when Mike was there, and Mike didn't have a problem with that, did he?
I don't want to. You're not setting me up to answer the right question. What do you mean, Phil set up a play for Steve Kerr? He didn't set that play up for Steve Kerr. He set that play up for Michael Jordan.
I thought in the huddle, Mike says, "I'm going to throw you the ball. You'll be open at the foul line." And Phil had nothing to do with that.
And you don't want to get this show started because it'll take us a long time. Do you know all those cameras that's sitting in that huddle, who they was working for?
The NBA.
So you know who Michael was speaking to when he said that, right? That was planned. That was speaking to the camera. That wasn't speaking out of what we're going to have to do, what the play is going to be. That was speaking to the camera. Had John Stockton not came down, trust me. But that was building his own documentary, because he knew he was controlling the cameras. You understand English?
Yeah.
Okay. So all those cameras that was working were working basically for Michael Jordan, not for the Chicago Bulls.
But
they were building the Come Fly With Me, the Air Jordan videos. That's what it was. That was not naturally spoken.
Okay.
That was rehearsed.
Okay.
Well. That's a lot to unpack right there. Scotty has some interesting things to say. But let's tackle this Phil Jackson. He thinks he's a racist. I got a couple of quotes from Phil Jackson. This is from 1999, ESPN.com. I don't mean to say that as a snide remark toward a certain population in our society, but they have a limitation of their attention span. A lot of it probably due to too much rap music going in their ears and coming out their being. Y'all take that as it may. Another quote back in 2005. This is kind of around the dress code thing. The players have been dressing in prison garb the last 5 or 6 years. All the stuff that goes on is like gangster thuggery stuff. It's been time to do that. When Phil makes certain comments like that kind of help aid Scotty's take on it, of him being a racist, and that's, all this is Scotty's opinion. But when Phil has comments like that, that doesn't help refute Scotty's takes on Phil being a racist. Do I know if Phil's right? I don't know. I don't know Phil Jackson personally. Probably never will. Scotty was in the locker room with him, like he said. He was around him, like he said. So he's going to formulate his own opinion. But one thing I do know, those comments wouldn't fly in today's comments or today's culture. But let's be honest, if they don't fly in today's society of culture when it comes to social appropriateness, it to me it wouldn't have been appropriate any point that he said it. So let's be straight on that. You know, I it's not a good look on Phil. I say that for sure. But like I said, you know, Pippen is going to formulate his own opinion because he was around the guy. So I'm not gonna discredit Scotty's thoughts and feelings on that at all. But you know, those quotes ain't a good look for Phil. Point blank, period. So when you got quotes like that, that kind of helps aid Scotty's opinion. You know what I'm saying? If it looked like a duck, quack like a duck. You know, it ain't a pigeon. You know, so I don't know how everybody else feel about that. I mean, look, you know, when people make comments like that, it does make you question, like, especially me as a black man, when I hear things like that and hear comments like that from, you know, people who aren't black, you know, it does raise my eyebrows, like, what are your intentions of saying stuff like that? What's your motive of saying like that? Either at the end of the day, what's your reason or point for saying that? So I'm not going to discredit Scottie Pippen at all for having and formulating his own opinion about someone else. But you know, it would be nice to hear from Phil Jackson on these you know thoughts of Scottie Pippen. It would, because you know we're only getting one side of this story. Maybe Phil comes out and says something. Maybe he doesn't. I prefer he does. You know, he should at least come out and 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 you know, do his best to I'm trying to find a right way to say this. You know, defend himself. You know, I'm just gonna put it simple like that. If because I know personally, if somebody says something about me, this you know, very disparaging, I'm gonna come right out and defend myself. Especially when you know, those two quotes I just read off about what Phil has said in various in different media outlets. You know, I would defend myself. So I don't know, Phil. Like I said, that you know, when you say shit like that, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. So you know, at some point, maybe he does come out and do some kind of, you know, some kind of form of damage control to, refute what Scotty is saying. But until then, you know, I know they say silence is golden, but I don't know if this is a golden spot to be in, especially in today's climate, dealing with race and stuff like that. But I will say this, you know, that was just a piece of the interview with Dan Patrick. But at the beginning of that full interview, Dan Patrick reeled off a few things that Scottie Pippen has going on right now. He has a tequila brand that he's putting out. If you saw that bottle that was in front of Scotty, that's his new brand of tequila. He has a popcorn line coming out. You know, some kind of gourmet popcorn brand he has coming out. And he also has a book coming out, a memoir. So, a lot of this stuff that Scotty is putting out there, is kind of is the timing of it is crazy because you're saying kind of comments like that, Phil's racist, and then him and Kevin Durant had a quick little social media little spat back and forth. And so at this point it looks like, are you doing this for publicity reasons? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your end goal for all this? What's your reason for all these, comments coming out? Because, Pippen's been retired for a while now. And, is he looking for his quote unquote little Kwame Brown quick little resurgence of relevancy? I don't know. But you do have to question it a little bit. You definitely have to acknowledge it, of the timing of all these comments coming out of Scottie Pippen's mouth. They're coinciding with a lot of different kind of products you're trying to push. But me personally, I don't think I don't think all these comments would be necessary for him to garner attention to all these products he has coming out, just because Scottie Pippen's name is still well known enough that he doesn't need to have these certain comments being said to help push his line of products he has coming out. It to me, it's not necessary for have these kind of comments to help push his products, because Scottie Pippen is a well-known name in the basketball world. He could have just said, "Hey, I'm coming out with a popcorn line, coming out with a tequila line, I'm coming out with a book, a memoir." And there's going to be a good amount of people that just be like, "Oh, I'm intrigued." I think they'd have been intrigued regardless. So that's why, is I have to raise that question, like, like, what's the points of all these kind of thought-provoking comments coming out of his mouth? I don't know. But look, y'all, that's our show today. Episode 92 is in the books. Of course, you see it scrolling on the bottom screen. Y'all go subscribe and go download the I.O.W Network app. Go to your respective app stores. Go to Apple. Go to the Apple Store if you're an Apple iOS user. Go to the Google Play Store if you're a Google Android user. Go download the I.O.W Network app. And again, I'm telling y'all, go support my guy. Go to Instagram. Instagram at Broken Heart Society. I'm rocking my man's shirt right now. Broken Heart Society. 777 at Instagram. Go support my guy. Got a nice little shirt. The shirt's mad comfortable. But look, y'all. You all go enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Most importantly, if you're playing with fireworks, be safe. Please don't blow yourself up doing silliness. Don't drink and drive. But most importantly, go enjoy each other. Go enjoy each other's company safely. And look, God willing, we will see y'all Monday, episode 93. Until then, love somebody, hug somebody. Peace. Sound like hell, TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo.
Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below. Ready to go, light another pack, watch the blunt roll. Let it go, release to the beast, about to take control. Overload, burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated. Elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system in need of patience. Point play and do it in reverse until the points taken. Put it in work to muscles jerk and my joints aching. Numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below twisted, agitated. Hand me another gram, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite this shit. Put the game in a chokehold with a tightened grip. Niggas inciting shit, hoes peeping, they bite your lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan things. Reach for a pack of gods, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Shit, pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light. Fuck that. I'm just Check. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below. Ready to go, light another pack, watch the blood go roll. Let it go, release to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below. Ready to go, light another pack, watch the blood go roll. Let it go, release to the beat, about to take control.